three-handed. Let's quickly update our chip count. In seat number 2, Rob Mariano, 40,000 in chips. He's currently in third place of our three players. Next to him, in seat 3, Marlon Delanois, more than a 2-to-1 chip count over his closest competitor, and that is Jared Mueller in the 6th seat. The 22-year-old out of Phoenix, Arizona at 78,000 in chips. Now, one of these players will move on to our $50,000 table next week with the ultimate shot at $1 million in March. And here's a close look at how this entire tournament works. The MansonPoker.com PokerDome Challenge is a 43-week speed poker series starting with 216 online players vying for the grand prize of $1 million. There's sure to be tons of action and piles of cash to be won along the way. The series consists of 6 7-week qualifying tournaments. Each tournament is made up of 6 qualifying matches. Those 6 qualifying match winners receive a prize of $25,000 and a seat at a $1 million qualifying table. Every 7th week, the $1 million qualifying table is held with those 6 match winners. That winner receives a prize of $50,000 and a seat at the $1 million championship table. Finally, in March 2007, in our 43rd and final week, our 6 qualifying tournament winners will play speed poker for $1 million right here in the Poker Dome. Well, Michael, Rob Mariano was the chip leader and making some moves, probably implementing what Daniel Negreanu has taught him, but it hasn't paid off every time.
He's won 9 hands so far this evening. A third of them, 3 of them, he's won with pure bluffs. The last one didn't work, and it was very expensive.
So he is now trailing in last place with 40,000 in chips. We go to a flop two-handed, 4, 5, 10. Neither player connects. Mueller's still in front with his ace high.
Check.
10 on the turn. Will anybody fire?
Check.
To the river, a 9. Mueller's ace is still good as they both reveal their hands. Jared Mueller picking up 8,000 in chips.
And that time it looked like Rob Mariano was a little bit chastened from the last hand. You know, he tried to pull a big bluff, got spanked. He had an opportunity to do it again. But, you know, when you take a big loss like that, you sort of sometimes need a little time to get your wind back.
It can be a humbling game, don't we know?
Give me some action.
Mueller bluffs with a 10-6 and begs for action.
The youngster.
I wish I could.
I like the kid. The pizza delivery man. Putting a little pressure on and getting paid off. Again, we started with 6 players this evening. We have been cut in half, now playing 3-handed.
Big hand here, ace-king for Mariano. And you know, Delanois has the kind of hand where he could think of calling with all those extra chips. Queen-jack suited, very live. And, you know, Mueller was getting pretty good pot odds. He could have called there too, but we're going to go to 2 players to the flop.
We know what happens on the flop.
Mariano and Delanois.
Oh, man.
The flop comes deuce, 5, 3, all hearts.
That's a great flop for Mariano.
Wow.
He's got the king of hearts. He's got a straight draw. He's got the 2 overcards, and he says, I'm all in.
Wish I made a bad call.
And Delanois instantly lets it go.
And recall what Mueller folded, 6-7 of hearts.
Hey, he's probably a little disappointed now after seeing that flop, but unless you have ESP, he had no idea all those hearts were coming. Well, Delanois, still the chip leader at over 160,000 in chips. Mueller in second, Mariano in third. A couple of aces out, pre-flop.
Wow. Quick all in there. Mueller does have the best hand, but, you know, that 6 kicker didn't look tasty to him, and Mariano bluffs his way to another victory.
Mariano understanding short-handed that the ace is powerful. He pushes all in and does knock off a better hand. And maybe he's got his bearings back after that one tough beat when he tried to bluff it out. And he'll remain the aggressor, we assume.
10 total. How cool.
Delanois calling with his ace-7. we'll see a flop. 8, 10, 5. Mueller.
10.
The 10.
10 for 10.
Delanois tends to shake his head in disgust no matter what comes out on the flop. That's his stock move. And John, we should note, when it's three-handed, the button gets to act first before the flop. He's got a chance to push around the blinds. After the flop, the button gets to act last. It's a very powerful position, three-handed, and Mueller just took advantage of it on the last hand.
Two-handed to the flop, a 10, deuce, and an 8. Both players catch.
5.
Bottom pair for Mueller, middle pair for Delanois, and Marlin bets out.
See how Delanois works this as the chip leader?
5. That was a discount.
That's why I folded.
Well, Delanois still out in front here as we're three-handed, chasing $25,000. We are at the matchandpoker.com Poker Dome Challenge.